So due to some internet issues, we have to divide this video into how many parts that I don't know right now. Okay, anyhow, this is the second part of this lecture. So type 0 to type 3. Type 0 least restricted and type 3 most restricted. Okay, good. Okay, Turing machine. So basic idea about Turing machine, how it is different from other machines that we have learned during lecture unit 1, 2, 3 and 4. Turing machine, we know that there is a tape of infinite size, and till now that tape was playing the role of only a read tape. That is, we can only read from that tape symbols that are already present. Okay, but now this tape will behave as read tape as well as write tape. What it means, suppose in some box it has been written 1, then you can delete this 1 with any other symbol as per your requirement. Till now this tape was only for reading purpose, but now this tape can be used for both reading as well as writing. And the head, which was earlier called as read head, now it will be called as read write head. Okay, so this tape will be of infinite size at both the ends, and this tape will now play the role of read tape as well as write tape, and this head will play the role of read head as well as write head. Okay, so that no boundaries, infinite length, read write head, the head moves. Okay, now second difference between the machines that we have gone through during earlier units and now. Earlier, once you have read from the cell means these boxes, you always switch towards right hand side. Okay, either NFA, DFA, NPDA or DPDA. But now there is some change in this case. After reading this symbol, after reading the current symbol to which this read write head points, now you can do 3 actions. What? You can remain in this after reading, that was not allowed previously. You can move to right hand side, that was only allowed previously, so that is also allowed here. And now you can switch backwards, means towards left hand side, and that was also not allowed previously. Okay, so now I am repeating the same thing again. You can remain in this position, you can switch to right hand side, you can switch to left hand side. Previously you can only switch to right hand side only. That was the restriction, but now that restriction has been removed. Okay, so as we have seen in case of NPDA and DPDA, there is a one stack PDA, which means one extra data structure is given to you for the recognition of the various languages which were not recognized by either NFA or DFA. But in this case, as such, there is no extra data structure. This tape plays the role of data structure, which was playing by that was in case of unstack PDA with the help of that stack. So here there is no extra stack, no another memory. This tape plays the role of read as well as write and plays the role of extra data structure. Okay, so I think now it is clear to you what are the basic differences. So on this slide number 10, the head at each time step, what it reads the symbol, what symbol that has been written on the tape, and Currently, head is pointing towards that symbol. It reads the symbol. It may delete the symbol, and in place of that, it may write a new symbol on the tape and moves either left side or right side. Or it may remain in this position also. That is also allowed. Already, although it is not mentioned as 4th point, but it is not necessary that you always move towards left or right. Generally we move, but there may be scenarios that we may halt here. Halt means stop. Okay, so there may be two terms that we are going to meet very soon. One is halt and one is hang. So that is why let us discuss this. Hang, H-A-N-G, hang, and halt, H-A-L-T, halt. Halt means to stop. And hang means either the machine moves from left to right or machine moves from right to left, but it is not stopping anywhere. That is the condition of hang. Okay. So we are going to meet this word very soon. Okay. So Turing machine, each move by a Turing machine results in the change of the state. Obviously, after reading the symbol, you may change the state, just like in case of NFA, DFA, NPDA, DPDA. Write a tape symbol in the cell, just scan the symbol you have read, remove that, and in place of that, write another symbol and move the tape and move this read pointer towards left hand side or right hand side. Okay, or remain in that position also. Good. So now let us see this scenario, time 0 and time 1. Time, let us focus on time 0. It means you are reading A from the input tape. Now what it is happening in the time 1, you have read A from the input tape, you convert this symbol A into K and moves one step backward, or we can say on the left hand side. So that has been written as 1, 2, 3, read A, write K, and moves left. Okay. Good. Now let us see this. What it means. You are in some state. You are reading B from the input tape. You remove B from the input tape. In place of that, you write F, and you switch towards the right hand side, or moves towards the right hand side. So read B, write F in place of that, and move right side. Okay. So this is the scenario of the blank tape. A, B, A, C is the input string, and before A, we have written down rhombuses to show that these are the cells which are blank. So for blank, many authors have proposed many symbols. Some author writes $sign, some author writes hash sign. I think Peter Lynch has written hash. Please refer that, I think. And in these slides, which I have taken from internet, speaking again, no copyright claim, here rhombus has been written. Okay. So rhombus means a special symbol which represents the blank. That is, nothing has been written in these cells on the input tape, because input tape is infinite at both the ends, and obviously our input is of finite size generally. Okay, so our head pointer always points toward the leftmost symbol, and after reading the last character, that means here C, if I reach the final state, then we will say input is accepted, otherwise input is rejected. Just like in case of NFA, DFA, NPDA, and DPDA. Okay, so this will be the scenario. Okay, so this is the pointer. Now it plays the role of read and write head, and there will be an internal state program that is known as the machine. It means after reading the symbol 1, where current, but that is the current cell on which pointer is pointing, and what is the current state of the machine, and on the basis of that we will try to change our state, and we may change the symbol what we have read from the input tape, and we may switch either towards the left hand side or we may switch towards the right hand side. Okay. So there are also two types of Turing machine, as in case of NFA and DFA: deterministic Turing machine and non-deterministic Turing machine. Okay, please remember that the computation power of deterministic Turing machine is equivalent to computation power of non-deterministic Turing machine, just like in case of NFA and DFA. Okay, but please remember another point, that the computation power of NPDA and DPDA are different. I have explained and told you many times that NPDAs are more powerful than that of DPDA, and I have shown with the help of several examples, if you remember and if you have gone through my that video. Okay, so deterministic Turing machine, finite state control. It means machine next step, then read write pointer or head, and there is a program. Program means transitions. On the basis of that, that finite state control is going to get changed. Okay, so this machine may switch to Q1, Q0, maybe the QS here has shown as the starting state. We generally write it as Q0 or Q0. Okay, QH is the halting state, where the machine gets halt. And if QH and final state are same, it means if the machine halts in the final state, then we will say input is accepted. Or if the machine halts in any non-final state after reading the last character of the input tape, then we will say input is rejected. So what is our expectation from the machine? Our expectation from the machine is that the machine should halt in the final state after reading the last character. Okay, I think it is clear to everyone. So you can go through these slides. Okay, theoretical portion, what I have just explained you, that has been written on the PPTs. You can go through these PPTs. So there are various differences between finite automata and Turing machine. Some of the differences may be recognized by you. First is very important, a Turing machine can both write on the tape and read from it, which is not allowed in case of NFA and DFA, and even in NPDA and DPDA. Second point is also important, that is the read write head can move towards left hand side as well as right hand side, which was not allowed in case of NFA, DFA, NPDA and DPDA. But I am not satisfied with this third point, that tape is infinite. I think tape is also infinite in NFA, DFA also. So if difference comes, then first and second point is the major difference. Yes, fourth and fifth are also important. The special states for rejecting and accepting takes immediate effect, and Turing machine may not read all of its input. Yes, this is a scenario that I am going to discuss. In case of NFA, DFA, NPDA and DPDA, we always read all of the input. But there may be a scenario in Turing machine that you never reach the last character of the input tape. You move towards backward, then forward, then backward, then forward, and you are not be able to reach the last character of the input tape. That scenario can occur in case of Turing machine. Okay, so this scenario we will discuss with the help of example. So three possible outcomes from Turing machine. Turing machine may halt and accept the input. What it means? It means that the machine gets stopped after reading the last character of the input tape in the final state. Then we will say yes, input is accepted. Next here, Turing machine may halt and reject the string. What it means? The machine get halts in any non-final state. So machine gets halt but input is rejected because I halt in any non-final state. Okay. Third one is machine may not halt at all. It means machine is still hanging. It is not going to stop anywhere. So that is represented as Turing machine may not halt at all. It is not able to halt in any of the state according to the input what you are reading from the input tape. Okay. So now let us see this transitions and states. What it represents, above represents you are in state Q1, you are reading A from the input tape. After reading A from the input tape, you convert A into B and you switch from Q1 to Q2 and you move towards left hand side of the input tape. One cell left side. Okay. But this below transition says that you are in state Q1, you are reading A from the input tape, you convert A into B, you switch towards the right hand side or move towards the right hand side, and you switch your state from Q1 to Q2. Okay. Now let us see what it says that you are in state Q0, you are reading A from the current input tape, Q1 is your current state. What you are doing, you are removing A from the input tape and writing in place of that B, and you switch to right hand side and switching your state to Q2. Let us see this. So now what tape contains? A, B, B, C. And the current position of the input tape or the tape head is now at cell where C has been written. Okay. It is very simple and I think everyone is with me. Okay. Now let us see this transition. Time 1 followed by time 2. What time 1 says that you are in state Q1, you are reading A from the input tape, and as per the transition given below, when you are in state Q1, you are reading A from the input tape, you switch from Q1 to Q2, you convert A into B, and you move towards the left hand side, and that has been written here. The third symbol A, B, A, that is third symbol A, that has been overwritten by small b, and you switch one cell left side according to the transition. So now pointer or the read pointer is pointing toward the second cell, that is where small b has been written. Okay. Now according to this transition, what this transition says that you are in state Q1. If you are reading blank symbol from the input tape, convert that blank symbol into G, move right hand side and change your state from Q1 to Q2. So according to this transition, time 1 is converted into time 2. What time 1 depicts? It depicts that you are in state Q1, you are meeting blank symbol from the input tape. What you do according to transition, you convert your state from Q1 to Q2, blank symbol to G, and move towards right hand side. Tell me, any problem in this case? Okay, fine. In case, please remember that in case of deterministic Turing machine, lambda moves are not allowed. As in case of DFA. In case of NFA, lambda moves were allowed. In this case, no lambda move is allowed. Okay. So this type of moves are allowed, which are shown with the help of green color, and not allowed with red color. What it means that you are in state Q1. If you are reading A from the input tape, then, and if you are reading B from the input tape, these two can be treated as different transitions and different input symbols. So different transitions are allowed. But in this case, not allowed means that you are in state Q1, you are reading A from the input tape, and once you convert A into B and moves towards right hand side, and you change your state from Q1 to Q2, and at the same instance of time, what you are doing, you are converting A into D, moving towards left hand side and converting Q1 to Q3. This type of moves are not allowed. It means after reading small a, suppose from the input tape, you can transit to only one transition. You can transit according to only one transition. Two transitions are not allowed. So left hand side is allowed because input tape symbols are different. One is A, another next time is B. Okay. Partial transition function. This we have already discussed in case of NPDA and DPDA. I am again repeating the same thing. What is the meaning of transition? Partial transition functions is that you will not create all the transition functions for all the inputs on all the states. It means just like in this case, when you are in state Q1 and you are reading C from the input tape, this transition is not defined. But when you are in state Q1, if you are reading A or if you are reading B, transition is defined. So we will not define. Ajao. So again, internet issues, some disturbances. There is nothing in my hand. Okay, so partial, we were discussing on partial transition function. It means, I am repeating the same thing again. We will not create all the transitions for all the input symbols. And if any case occurs, just like in this case, you are in state Q1 and you are reading C from the input tape. In that case, the machine halts here and input is going to be rejected. Why input is rejected? Because we have not built this transition. And why we have not built? Because it was not the requirement of the language. Most probably, this is the scenario. Okay. So that is why it has been written here, no transition for input symbol C. Okay. I am going very slow because this is the new topic to everyone. This is the first lecture, in fact. So if you are not able to build the concept, then building cannot be constructed. So halting means the machine halts if there is no possible transition to follow. There may be, this scenario may be intentionally built or this may be unintentionally. In both the cases, halting may be occur, but we want halt in the final state after reading the last character of the input tape. Okay. So now let us see this. What it says there is halting. You are in state Q1 and you are reading C from the input tape, and all the arrows are coming onto the Q1, but there is no arrow going out from Q1. So machine halts in this scenario. So we have to see whether this is the final state or non-final. If it is a final also, even then this input is not going to be accepted because C is still pending to be read. Okay. What about this? Yes, we have seen, we have drawn reading A and reading B is allowed on Q1, but reading C on Q1 is not allowed. So halt. and rejection of the input. Okay. So accepting state means you are in a state Q1. I assume that Q1 must be a starting state, and you finally reach the final state Q2. So that is allowed. And if you switch from final state to non-final state, that is not allowed. That we have also seen in case of NFA and DFA, that in between you reaches the final state, and after reading the last character you reaches the non-final state. So whatever may be the intermediate states, if the last, after reading the last character, if I does not reaches the final state, then input is going to be rejected, obviously. Okay. So accepting states have no outgoing transitions. The machine halts and accept or reject. So acceptance, I have discussed few slides before. What is accepting input and what is rejecting input? Let us see again. Accepting input, if the machine halts in the final state, then we will say input is accepted. Or rejection of the input, if the machine halts in the non-final state or machine enters into the infinite loop or hangs, then we will say input is rejected. Okay. Now let us take the most simplest example. We have to draw the Turing machine for A star. A star means 0 number of A's, or 1 number of A, 2 number of A, 3 number of A, or n number of A's. A star. Okay. So this is the machine. Q0 is the starting state. Q1 is the final state. Q0 arrow transition says A gives A comma R. It means after reading A from the input tape, A remains A and you switch to right hand side. And once you, another transition, once you meet blank symbol remains blank symbol and you switch towards the left hand side. And finally switch to final state. So this is the Turing machine for A star. Let us see this with the help of an example. Okay. So let us take the case of AAA. Red color shows that what is the current state, and circle shows that what you are doing on the input tape and what you are doing with the pointer or the read head, whatever you say it. So after reading the first, you read first character, you remains in Q0 and A is remained as A and you switch towards the right hand side. Yes. Now you start reading second A. What you do with second A? You remain in Q0, A remains A and you switch towards the right hand side. Yes. Then third A, you remain in Q0, Q0 or Q0, A remains A and you switch to right hand side. Yes. What happens? You are in state Q0, you are reading blank symbol from the input tape. Blank symbol remains blank symbol. You switch to left hand side and which is the Q1 state and halt here. You can write this transition blank gives blank comma L2 blank gives blank comma H, where H means halt. You halt in this input tape symbol also. That is also acceptable. So this transition that blank gives blank comma L can be converted into blank gives blank comma halt. Halt means you stop in this at this cell position. Okay. And this is also correct. Both are correct. No issue. Because what is our ultimate objective? Our ultimate objective is that after reading the last character, we should reach the final state. And whatever may be the position of the head pointer at this moment, either you switch towards right hand side or left hand side or blank symbol, that is not the major issue. Okay. So now let us take the case of ABA. That does not belongs to A star. We know that. Let us see how machine behaves for this. After you start reading A, so A to A comma right hand side. Yes. You switch to this. Now machine is in Q naught, and we have not defined where we should move to after reading B from the input tape, where Q0 is the state, current state. So that is the case of transition function, partial transition function just defined before 10 or 8 or 10 slides. So this is the case of partial transition function because B is not required in A star. So if B occurs on the tape, the machine halts here. The machine has not read all the input characters. We have not reached the final state. So no possible transition, halt and reject. Why halt and reject? Because we have not read all the characters, and moreover we have not reached the final state. So acceptance is only when after reading the last character we reaches the final state and the machine halts. Only in that case we will say yes, Turing machine is accepting this input. Okay. Now let us take the example of infinite loop. That is also known as the another way of saying hang. So please see this. What it says that if you are reading A from the input tape, A remains A and you switch towards the right hand side. If you are reading B from the input tape, B remains B and you switch towards the left hand side. And if you encounter blank symbol, then blank remains blank and you switch towards the left hand side. These are the meaning of transition functions of this Turing machine, slide number 43. Okay. And this is the example of infinite loop or hang. Let us see this. Okay. And this also proves one thing that I will discuss later on, just after the completion of this example. You start reading A, what you do? A remains A and you switch towards the B. Okay. What happened at time 1? You start reading B, B remains B and you switch towards the A. Again backward. What will happen with A? You start A, you read A and A will remain A and you switch towards the right hand side. So at time 2 A to B, time 3 B to A to B, B to A to B, B to A, you never reaches the third symbol. And this proves this is the example of infinite loop. This is the example of hanging of the machine. And this is another way of proving that the machine does not accept all the input that we have just seen. What is the difference? Okay, let us discuss this slide. Yes, this slide number 21. Point number 5. The Turing machine may not read all of its input because it is not able to reach to the last character. Because of this left right movement, which was not allowed in case of NFA, DFA, NPDA, DPDA. Because they always towards from left to right, right, always right hand side. But here left and right both are allowed. Okay. This is the one of the example of. Okay. So conclusion, because of this infinite loop, the final state cannot be reached, machine never halts, and the input is not accepted. Okay. Now this is very good example. A raised to power n, B raised to power n, where n is greater than or equal to 1. Okay. How we are going to accept this? Although you know that this is a context-free language, because we have built the context-free grammar for this, and we have built one stack PDF for this also. This was the most classical example of that one stack PDF. First example. So now we have to build the Turing machine for this. So how we are going to do this? Okay, there are two logics for this. First logic I am explaining to you that has not been mentioned in this slide, but please try to build on this logic the machine. And the second logic is mentioned in this slide, next coming slide, that I will discuss with you. So first, what is another logic? Please try to understand this. Let us take the example a raised to power n, b raised to power n. Suppose a5, b5. It means a raised to power 5, b raised to power 5. What you do? You start reading a. First a can be first leftmost a. Convert that leftmost a in the blank symbol. Okay. Now start moving towards the right hand side. First you will meet a. Then you will meet b. After completion of b, you will meet blank symbol. Take a left turn. Convert that b. It means that is the rightmost b. Convert that b into the blank symbol. So concluding, what you have done, you have converted leftmost a into blank and rightmost b into blank. Now move towards left. First you meet b, 4 b's, remaining 4 b's, then remaining 4a, and as soon as you meet first blank symbol on the left hand side, take a right turn. Now pointer will be pointing towards the second a, which is now actually the first a, because first a is actually converted into blank. This is the second a, or yes, second a. What you do? Convert this second a into blank and start moving towards right hand side. Second, after second a, third a, fourth a, fifth a, then first b, second b, third b, fourth b, and then blank symbol. As soon as you meet blank symbol, take a left turn. Convert this rightmost b into blank symbol and move towards the left hand side. What you will meet? 3 b's followed by 3 a's, and as soon as you meet the leftmost a, take a right turn. Convert this leftmost a into blank, that is the actually third a, and follow this third b on the right hand side, then come back, fourth a with fourth b, and finally fifth a with fifth b. And after cutting fifth b, as you take the left turn, you will meet the blank symbol. Why? Because just before that there was the fifth a, and that you have already converted into blank. So we have met out equal number of a's followed by equal number of b's. Okay. If you are not able to understand the logic, then please try to rewind the video and try to build this machine, scenario on the input of this scenario of the input tape on your copy, and try to cut it leftmost a with rightmost b, leftmost a with rightmost b, and so on. So this is one of the scenario that can be performed. So what I have actually done here, let us see this. What is our basic idea? Then we will come back to the slide, previous slide, slide number 49. What it says that matching a with b's, obviously equal number of a's followed by equal number of b. What pseudocode has been built? Repeat until you know that it was exactly reverse than that of for, while, and do while. It means until condition is false, it will work. As soon as the condition becomes true, it get out of this loop. Exactly reverse than that of for, while, and do while. So what it says that replace leftmost x, a with x, and find the leftmost b and replace it with y. Okay. So let us take example. 4 a's followed by 4 b's. Okay, I think example is given on this slide. So why to imagine? So what we are generally doing, let us take this example. I am repeating again. Replace a with leftmost a with x and leftmost b with y. And finally, we will meet out equal number of a's and equal number of y's. So let us see how it is going. Then okay. Focus on red color, Q0 and circle, and at the same instance of time with time tape. So initially Q0. You are reading A from the input tape. Convert A into X. Transition is clearly mentioning that. And switch towards the right hand side. To convert, yes. Now, because this is the initial movement, you will not meet A. Oh, X. Sorry, X. After some time, you will start meeting X also. So A remains A, right hand side. Right hand side. Yes. 2, 1. Now B, this is the first B, because after completion of A's, if you meet B, this is the first B. But if you meet Y, it means some B's are converted into Y. Imagine that. Can you imagine this scenario? It means after meeting out completion of A, if you meet Y, it means some B's at least one B is converted into Y. But here, none of the B has been converted into Y. That is why as soon as the A gets completed, you meet B. And this Y will come in the next point. Okay. So what you do, convert B into Y and take a left turn. Left turn. You are in state Q2 red color and circle. Please focus on this. What will happen? You start meeting A's. In this case A, otherwise you will also start meeting Y. Y will also encounter. First Y, then A, then X. When you take 4A's, 4B, take that example on your copy and then you will find out this. It is not an easy case. This Turing machine is not the cake for everyone. If you are able to understand NFA, DFA, NPDA, DPDA thoroughly, only in that, after that you are able to build these machines. Otherwise, for beginners, it is not a simple cake that everyone can take and digest this in one scenario or one shot. Okay. Okay. So A remains A and left side, left side. Then what you meet X. What you do with as soon as you meet X, it means after before this X, if there are symbols, that has also been converted into X. So this is the rightmost X actually. And as soon as you meet the rightmost X, take a right turn. So that is why X into X remains X and you convert it to the right. What you will do? A. Then again this cycle. What will happen with A? Convert A into X. Right hand side. Now you meet out Y. But I have already told you. How many Y's are there? It means, suppose 4, it means 4 B's are converted into Y's. First Y, second Y, third Y and fourth Y. So as soon as you start meeting Y, Y will remain Y and right hand side, right hand side, right hand side till you meet the leftmost, leftmost B. B. What you will do? B, convert this B into Y and take a left turn. Okay, Y. Now this Y remains Y and left turn, left turn, left turn till you meet X. X, as soon as you meet X, we have just discussed, take a right turn. Take a right turn. And as soon as you take a right turn, if you are not able to find the A and you are able to find the Y, it means you have cut equal number of A followed by equal number of B. Cut, or what we can say, you have converted all the A's into X and all the B's into Y. So that is why you switch from Q0 to Q3. Y into Y, right hand side. And then what you do, either you stop here or you switch towards the leftmost symbol X, or you switch towards the rightmost symbol Y. So that we have done. Y remains Y, right hand side, and as soon as you meet out blank, left turn, halt and stop here. Tell me any problem. This is not a simple cake for everyone, but this example is very important. Generally it is not asked, but if you are able to understand this A raised to power n, B raised to power n, then you can be able to recognize or modify this machine to recognize AN, BN, CN. Slide number 65. It is saying that we can easily construct, but that is not easily. That easy is for that professor who have built this PPT, not for the beginners. Okay. So, but this problem AN, BN, CN is very, 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 very important. And I have given the solution for this in the upcoming slides, and also discussed that has already been sent through WhatsApp on the WhatsApp group. You can go through that if you are not able to build this. But in that AN, BN, CN, I have applied third logic. If you are able to understand. So we have discussed two logics for this, A raised to power n, B raised to power n, and we have constructed the machine for one logic. Okay. Also, there may be another logic that can be applied that is also similar to that, somewhat different. But these two logics are mostly used. Okay. So formal definition of Turing machine, these were the two examples that needs to be discussed. So transition function for this move, now you can easily understand this. Delta Q1 comma A equals to Q2 comma B comma R. Left hand side contains 2 arguments and right hand side contains 3 arguments. So but it means that you are in state Q1, you switch from Q1 to Q2, you convert 8 into B on the input tape and you switch towards the right hand side. Okay. What it means, you switch from Q1 to Q2, you convert C written on the input tape into D and you switch to left hand side. So these are the tuples of Turing machine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tuples. 7 tuples. Capital Q set of states. Sigma input tape alphabets. This new symbol tape alphabets. And tape alphabet is the larger set because tape alphabet contains input alphabet as well as the symbols that can come onto the tape after writing. Are you able to get this? Then delta transition function, Q0 starting state, this rhombus for blank symbols. Then this blank symbol rhombus is also the part of input alphabet. Oh, sorry, tape alphabet. And capital F set of accepting states because there can be one state or more than one state. Okay. So these 7 tuples are defined here. Nothing new. The required theory is discussed in the previous slide. You can go through that, but very rarely it may be asked in the examination. What is the most probable question will be, a language will be given to you and the examiner will say draw the Turing machine for it. Sometimes they also want description of instantaneous description, ID, that we have also seen in case of one stack PDA. You remember that. Okay. This is the theory we have already discussed. Nothing new. Now configuration. Configuration means what is the status of the machine, and that is also known as instantaneous description. That has been, this instantaneous description has been asked. Please make a short note of it and try to remember if two marks question asked from the, what do you mean by instantaneous description of the Turing machine. So instantaneous description means what you have read out from the tape, what is still to be read out, and what is the current state of the machine. So this tape is can be written as CA Q1 BA. What it means that we have read C and A. We have read C and A from the input tape. You are just going to read B from the input tape, and the current state of the machine is Q1. And after B, you will read A from the input tape. Okay. So this is the symbol for instantaneous description. This symbol. I do not have mouse in my home. This symbol. Please remember this symbol for instantaneous description. And maybe this symbol different from another books. Another book may have given another symbol, but in this case, this symbol has been used. So this move says that you are in state Q2. You have to read X, A, Y, B from the input tape. And in the next instance, you have switched from Q2 to Q0. X remains X. And now you have to read from the input tape A followed by Y followed by B. So this has been written as this move Q2 comma X A Y B. It means you have to start reading. What you have to read X followed by A followed by Y followed by B. This instantaneous description, you have read A, you have switched from state Q2 to Q0, and what still remains to be read out? A, Y, and B. Okay. Next, you can see there's time 4, time 5, time 6, time 7. Q2, X, A, Y, B. At time 4, you are in state Q2, you are reading X from the input tape. X remains X, you switch Q2 to Q0 in time 5. And A remains, you are reading A. This A is converted into X, you switch right hand side, and your state change from Q0 to Q1 time 6. And then finally, you take a right turn, Y remains Y, and you are going to read B from the input tape. So this has been written as this Q2 X A Y B, instantaneous description X Q0 A Y B, according to time 4, time 5, time 6, and time 7. X Q0 A Y B, after that X X Q1 Y B, X X Y Q1 B. It means you have read X X Y and you are in state Q1 time 7, and B is still to be read out. So these four moves can be written as this Q2 XAYB star above instantaneous description sign. It means that after multiple moves, star has been discussed many times. If star occurs above any symbol, it means multiple times this symbol has been ID has been used. And finally XXY Q1 B. So now I am giving you one question to you, and that finishes our today's lecture. Let us focus on this. Let us focus on this transition diagram. I will discuss. First column says there are five states: Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Q0 is the starting state, Q4 is the final state. Tape symbol hash. Here hash means blank symbol. Okay. And A and B are the tape symbols. Hash A and B will be there. So now let us take first column. It means if you are in state Q0, you encounter hash. What you do? You convert your state from Q0 to Q1. Convert hash into A and take a left turn. Q0 next. What you will do when you are reading A from the input tape and you are in the your current state is Q0. Blank is written. It means this is a partially defined function. It means machine will hang here. If you are in when it is going to hang when you are in state Q0 and you are reading A from the input tape. Finally with B, when you are in state Q0, you remain in Q0, B remains B and you take a right turn. Okay. Now let us take another example. Q3. Q3 blank symbol. What will happen? You switch from Q3 to Q4, convert this blank symbol into B and take a right turn. If you meet a small a and you are in state Q3, you remain in Q3, you remain in, A remains A and take a right turn. What about Q3B? You remain in Q3, you convert B into A and take a right turn. Okay, let us see this also. Q4. On Q4, A and B are not defined. It means if A and B encountered on the input tape and you are in state Q4, machine will halt at that position, at that point of time. But if hash occurs, hash is a blank symbol. Hash denotes the blank symbol correctly. This is the words that needs to be said. Q4 blank. It means what you will do, you switch from Q4 to Q1, convert this blank into B and take a left turn. Now I think this transition table is clear to everyone. I have discussed everything that needs to be discussed with you. Now let us take this example on slide number 82. Q0BB hash. What it means that actually this is before BB there must be an infinite number of hash. Hash means blank and pointer is at first B. After this first B, on the second cell there will be second B, and on the third cell will be hash, fourth hash, fifth hash, sixth hash, and so on. Now switch from left to right, and on the basis of the transitions given on the previous slide in left to right. First try to build this 4, then these 4. After this, these 4. I think there is one typing error also. You will meet out. Then this 4, then these 3, and so on. try to finish this, and actually this is our final answer. Last, this Q4 4 times B. These many moves has to be made, if possible, from your end. Please try to see this, and from this slide number 82, we will continue in our next video that I am going to create very soon. Hope you must have now very good idea about basics of Turing machine. Please try to rewind this. Please try to see A star machine. Please try to see A raised to power n, B raised to power n machine. And then please try to build the machine for A raised to power n, B raised to power n, C raised to power n. Take a small input A3, B3, 3A's followed by 3B's and followed by 3C, and then see whether they are cutting or not, or convert this A into X, B into Y, C into Z, or in any, or leftmost A with leftmost B with leftmost C, in whatever logic you can try to build this machine. Only after this we can say yes, our this lecture was very useful and fruitful to all of us, and that finishes our day. I think more than 1 hour 15 minutes have been crossed. Okay, thank you. Good night. Bye.